sitting here with Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, Republican of Wisconsin, and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California. If you're wondering about their outfits, the Louisiana insignias are in honor of Congressman Steve Scalise, who's still in the hospital, and Speaker Ryan's also wearing a Capitol Police shirt for this amazing event of bipartisanship. Thanks so much for being here for your first ever joint interview. We appreciate it. Speaker Ryan.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we looked at it.
I didn't even know that.
You should feel free to come by Sunday morning. We got another one maybe. So let me just ask you, Speaker Ryan, because Steve Scalise is a good friend of yours, and President Trump said today that he's in a fight here. This must be very tough on a personal level.
Yeah, it is. We spend every day together, working together. Our families are close. Our staffs are very close. He's in the hospital. He's recovering. He's got a ways to go. We're all praying for him. Jennifer and the kids are here. He is a baseball player, so he was supposed to start second base today. So he is being missed. We're all praying for Steve and the family. He's getting the support they need. And he's going to recover. It's just going to take him some time.
And your moment, your speech on the floor of the House yesterday, I can't believe it was only yesterday, but your speech, it was almost as if there were no parties anymore. It was just members of the House of Representatives, Americans.
Well, it is. We're all close to Steve Scalise. He's a lovely person. But this game is a game where we always come to have fun, root for everybody to do their very best, and hope that our team wins. Tonight, we're all Team Scalise. And it's interesting for us because our pitcher is our best player, Cedric Richmond.
Yeah. He's the best player of all the Republicans and Democrats in their pitcher.
And he and Steve are very, very close.
They're very tight friends.
They're very close friends. In fact, the Republicans said, since Steve can't play tonight, why don't you give up Cedric?
Give up Cedric. We'll take him.
Nice. I'm sure. I heard he can throw the ball at 80, 85 miles an hour.
Good.
Let me ask you a question that I know is on the minds of a lot of your members, which is, are we in an age now where members of Congress need to have security with them at all times? Speaker Ryan?
Well, it's a tough age. It's a partisan, polarized country. What we're trying to do is tone down the rhetoric, lead by example, and show people we can disagree with one another. We can have different ideas without being vitriolic, without going to such extremes. And so that's what we're trying to demonstrate here. And members of Congress have got to get out and see their constituents. They've got to interact with their constituents. And so we can't have a deep barrier between members of Congress and their constituents, but we also have to be cognizant. Remember Gabby Giffords, yesterday Steve Scalise. So these are concerns that we have, but we have to be able to balance the openness and the security.
And when it comes to striking the right balance and tone down the rhetoric, neither of you are known for being vitriolic.
No, not between us.
No, but not even separately. But members of your caucuses, people in partisan media, left and right, if you look at the Facebook feed of the shooter yesterday, there were things that you would see at a rally against President Trump. Do you think that the rhetoric on the left has gotten too intense, too demonizing of Republicans and President Trump?
No, I think that the person who perpetrated the crime yesterday has, but I think that people believe very strongly in their convictions, and some people, I always say you can be passionate about your beliefs, but you have to be dispassionate in how you proceed. But you mentioned Gabby Giffords, and I had the privilege of speaking on Saturday at the commissioning of her ship, the USS Gabby Giffords.
Right.
Was the second or third woman in history, living woman, to have a ship named for her because of her courage, her strength, her dignity following a terrible, terrible tragedy that happened to her. And what happened there also hurt some of her constituents. So when we evaluate the needs of our members, it's about protecting the members and their constituents as well.
And how do you, Speaker Ryan, very much interested in the game. The Republicans are up to nothing right now. How do you...
They just tied it up. Congratulations.
There you go. Democrats scores tied. Thank you for the color commentary and the play-by-play. How do you balance letting Republicans in your caucus speak their minds while also setting a role, being a role model and saying that's too far, you've gone too far, don't say that? which happens sometimes in both of your caucuses.
Well, sure, but I think all of us have a responsibility to watch our rhetoric, but we're passionate. We believe passionately about our causes, about our issues, and we can do that without being vitriolic, without fomenting the kind of anger that's out there in the country. So that's what leaders do, and that's what members of Congress have incumbent upon them to have the responsibility to do that. Sure, there is rhetoric on both sides of the aisle that goes too far, and it's our job to help make sure that it doesn't go too far, but that it's still passionate. And that's just basically the tone that we're trying to set.
In terms of tone, what else can you do beyond sitting here and rooting for Steve Scalise and rooting for your teams? Can you work together better, Democrats and Republicans? People outside of Washington look at this town and say nothing's getting done in a bipartisan way.
The answer is always yes to that, but by the way, there is a lot that we do together. We just passed landmark veterans legislation last week. We worked together on the funding bill for government to help the military. Most of what we actually pass is bipartisan. It's the stuff that's controversial or very much in disagreement with one another that gets all the press attention.
That's right.
But there are so many things that we do on a weekly basis that is bipartisan.
What's newsworthy is what is controversial, what is in agreement. And our appropriations, I'm forged in the Appropriations Committee and in the Intelligence Committee, and those committees are notoriously nonpartisan. And so, left to their own devices, they can get their jobs done in a bipartisan way.
What about the issue of people with emotional problems being able to get guns? People who are dangerous with emotional problems being able to get guns. This is where we saw a problem with Gabby Giffords. It's where we saw a problem yesterday with Steve Scalise and the others. And it's a problem affecting more than members of Congress. Every day, somebody who shouldn't be able to get a gun is able to get one. Is that an area where you two could work together?
We passed landmark mental health legislation along with our 21st Century Cures bill just in December. So we have a brand new mental health law, the ink's barely dry on it, that is now being executed and implemented. And what it does is it gets resources to the states so we can try to early identify people with mental illnesses. So we've made some pretty good progress on that. We now have to execute and implement that progress.
In our caucus, our members want me to suggest to the Speaker, and maybe this is the place to do it, that we have a task force on gun safety to study the issue rather than just put a bill, just study the issue and see what some possibilities could be to reduce gun violence in our country. And that's something that Gabby Giffords has devoted her life to now, and her husband, Mark Kelly. So hopefully we can, with an understanding, a better knowledge of the issues, with evidence-based decision-making. But that's not for today. Today is about coming together and celebrating the greatness of Steve Scalise. We have an Italian-American connection, so
you would never find me wearing an SEC hat, let alone Louisiana Tigers hat, except for this.
Well, that's the thing. Also, sometimes it's sad, but it takes a tragedy to bring people back in touch with the humanity of people on the other side of the aisle. What can you two do to make sure that long after this baseball game, Democrats and Republicans are showing the same spirit you're showing right now?
I think we need to find more opportunities for us to work together. We actually know each other well, and many of our members do, but not enough do. We need to find more opportunities for Republicans and Democrats to break bread. I mean, literally, just go have meals with one another, travel with each other, do things with one another. We know the people on our committees, our leadership, the people we work with, but there are not enough relationship-building exercises between Republicans and Democrats. We got more work to do on that.
I thought you were going to brag about how much my grandchildren are your big fans.
That's right. Yeah, her grandkids actually like me. Go figure.
I do think when families get to know each other, we're proud of the differences of opinion.
Sure.
That's not. We have a responsibility to try to find common ground. If we can't, we stand our ground. But we have a professional attitude toward our colleagues, and that is to respect them. But sometimes that doesn't always work.
Leader Pelosi, Speaker Ryan, thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Good luck to your team. I don't know if you could tell, but I wasn't looking at either one of you.